Okay.
We're also like, I know that this is not at all what you had planned, Chantry. So just let us know if I don't know what we need to do to help you
Do you
out.
want
Are you gonna sit
music?
right?
I can put music
You
on.
just your little head's like. No, it's okay.
Get out of here, Sarah.
Um, okay, so I was gonna leave this up to you two. We can do a different moment, or we can pick up kind of after the Kelpie incident. And I know that Dove has already kind of done her own little journal of uh, how she processed things that night alone. But we could have a little bit of before you two separate. We could do the next
Yeah, that
morning
doesn't have
because
to
we
be
were going to
painted or
skip
anything.
ahead to the next evening.
We can do like the next morning. I think that would
Or yeah,
work
whatever.
because then you could, I don't know what when did your whatever end?
The thing I wrote that I mean that was just kind of to help me figure out thought processes. It doesn't have to be
It
like
was
this is
wonderful,
the
and it ended
story.
like late into the
Was that
night.
Like yeah,
okay,
super early
so
morning.
morning works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
next morning.
does anybody have dice with them? Because all of my fancy stuff that I packed for tonight's session are all in my suitcases that I don't have access to now.
You want to see
Doing
something
great.
crazy?
Even my
I'm at my
travel
normal
My work
spot.
dice.
backpack.
There you go. Even my travel dice I put in my suitcase, which makes no sense. So I'm really doing a
Yeah.
lot of reflecting today.
Don't ask why I carry dice in this bag because this is my work
Because
backpack.
you're cool.
Because you never know. You never know when you just might need some dice. I make lots of decisions with
I have a
dice.
D20.
She's got D20s. Oh, but I'll have one for
Look at
you.
Hey.
That'll
that!
be good for me to have here.
I
You
also like well, no, that doesn't matter.
You have
Go ahead.
People also do it.
D20s? Okay. And Brooklyn, do you have any
Only a
dice?
D20.
I didn't bring any dice in my whole house.
Damn.
No, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I got everything. And I also like if we need me to roll something on the computer on the
Yeah,
D&D
if I
Beyond
need
or
my
whatever.
character sheet, can you do? Because
Absolutely, I got it.
I
I
only
got
got
it.
my phone.
Did you pull over?
Yeah, I have my work laptop, but I can't
You're so
do
cute.
D&D stuff on it.
Oh, okay, great. Well,
'Cause I didn't want to be driving and focus pulled
yeah.
focus.
I'm so glad
Oh,
we could
okay,
do
okay.
this for a little bit. Okay, Brooklyn, could you roll me a
I
D4? Oh, what?
yes. I just don't know if I'm gonna multi-class or if I'm just gonna go up a rogue class. That's all. Can I be level 3 for this?
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
We can just
Okay.
y'all could be level 3 or 4 for this little mini thing. It's probably going to be mostly role play, so
Cool.
Yeah. Guys, I rolled a nat 1 just to start things off.
Yay! I rolled a 3 on my D4.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Oh,
Seth?
Nicholas!
oh
Hey,
shit.
Seth!
Okay, well,
Can you guys can see me, right?
Yeah, I
yeah.
can't see Seth.
My computer's been weird. Okay.
I feel so
Cool.
bad for Ryan and Milo. Ugh. This is an unofficial mini session.
Yeah,
Hi.
I dare.
hi.
Hello.
We're just
Luckily, unluckily, I had a toothache today, so I stayed home.
Oh no.
playing hooky.
Yeah. Oh my god, it hurt so bad this morning.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I feel you, bud. I threw my back out on Sunday. You and me falling
Do you need
apart.
to stop playing
No.
football?
Yeah.
I haven't played in a month.
Oh, right.
What happened?
Oh, I sprained my MCL. I thought I told you guys that.
You just said
Oh,
No.
you
maybe I
injured
don't know.
yourself.
Yeah, I sprained my MCL about 6 to 8 weeks. So
Shoot.
Yeah. So,
Well, dang.
yeah, it is what it
That's
is.
rough.
That does suck.
Seth, to update you, I am at the airport and we only have until about 4:30 Mountain
Oh
Standard
shit.
Time till they're gonna kick me out of this fancy mini room that I paid for. So, we're gonna get into a little mini sesh. We're starting the morning after the Kelpie incident, and Brooklyn just rolled me a what?
3 out of 4.
Okay, so
D4, right?
yep, the weather is pleasant. It is warm. It's overcast, so there's no direct sun coming up. It's a typical sort of English Regencia overcast day, but it's still a pleasant summer day. And Dove, did you ever get to sleep?
Part of my revived nature, which now that I've been thinking a lot about how the fact that I accidentally took this whole situation, this whole subclass, that's a homebrew. So if you ever are like, that's too much, no, that's not part of it, let me know. But this says that I only need 4 hours of sleep to get a long rest at this point.
Like an elf.
Right. I was just
Is that all
wondering
right?
if you had let yourself sleep or not, or if you had just kind of stayed up cuddling yourself and crying and thinking and
No, I let myself. I didn't say I cried
oh,
ever. So
sorry.
Wow.
interesting. Wow, putting some. No,
Wow.
I would have slept. I think I just woke up a lot earlier than I thought I was going to.
Okay. So you're awake early, even earlier than like the cook is up, even earlier than Mrs. Whitaker, the housekeeper is going around rapping on the other maids' doors, the ones who need a wake up usually, just the typical like basic housemaids. And um you have kind of not only allowed yourself to embrace a little bit of this part of yourself that has been a little bit of a thing you've been trying to keep in the background, except that it really impacted you last night during the Kelpie attack. This
All the dead people around me.
the dead
Yes.
people around you, and you've kind of leaned into that a little bit, but you've also made a decision throughout the night that you're like here to fight for you and the family in a sense. So, what would you be doing, or what would we see as the sun probably hasn't even risen yet, so it's still fairly dark?
So first I'm gonna do like mending, like laundry things. Because my clothes are a mess. I'm gonna try. The issue is I've tried to like look up how exactly ladies' maids do stuff and what they do, and so it's kind of tricky because I'm like, do I go to the laundry room, and would Eleanor's clothes be there, or
You would have one of the
that's I don't
laundry
know.
maids do it, but you
Do
could
it.
either
I would.
have them come and pick up her things or your thing. Well, you would probably bring your things down there. Also,
Yeah.
actually, would maybe do your own. I'm not sure. You would probably do your own clothes, unless
I
Eleanor
I assume I would do
specifically
my own,
asked that the laundry maids take care of her ladies' maids things as well.
which would
So
Eleanor ask that?
I don't think that she would think to ask.
Yeah. No, I'm doing my
Yeah.
own laundry. Um. Yeah. So I guess I would get whatever that process is started, and I think if there's like mostly no one else awake right now, I want to let me get the map open. I lost one dagger last night, and I would like to procure another one. And I assume that there would be one in the is there not like an armory, but like a what's the room called? Let me get my
The family
map up.
has vaults, but those are more for like gemstones and raw crystals and things that they found.
So not that. Yeah, it would be like in the practice room, here's the Sterling Estate.
Oh yeah, there
A
would be
lot of
some
them
extra things
would
along the
have just like
walls and
different stuff like and so I don't want to like take a bunch of them and have it super noticeable that like now there's a ton of daggers missing, but I think I would take one or two and
Okay.
like put some in my pockets and stuff. And yeah,
I think as you go down there and you collect a couple daggers, on your way back, you pass a very, very gaunt, disheveled looking Glen. And she just sort of goes, oh, it's you, Dove. Oh. And it does not look like
Glenn,
she
what are you doing
slept
awake?
a wink.
What are you doing? Oh, you
I've
need to
been
be
up
resting.
all night helping her ladyship. She's in her right state. I'm ever so
You're in
tired,
a
but-
right state.
Oh. And her dress
What?
is like,
Okay.
it's the same dress that she got drenched in. It's got stains all
No.
over it. Her hair is like she tried to put it back up in a bun, but she's got twigs coming out of it.
Okay. I'm going to take her. I don't even care what she's doing right now. I will take the flak for it if I have to, but I'm going to take her and I'm going to go and help her get dressed. And I would like to wash her hair. And I would like to kind of help her, at the very least, become presentable again. If not, convince her to go to sleep or something.
While you're helping her, we're gonna pan over to Eleanor, but she is like horrified at the idea that somebody's helping her do things that she does literally day in and day out.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, no. You have to take care of you so that you can take care of other people. We have to take care of you first.
She's like, but all like trying to be conservative and stuff. She's like
and
covering
I'm
her
just
body.
this little halfling. I'm just pulling her. I'm just like, come on, let's go.
She's like, but what if her ladyship rings?
I'll take care of it if her ladyship rings.
Oh,
I've got
you
nothing
don't
else
need
to do right now.
that. You're so kind. Oh. And she's like starting to like have a mini panic attack. She's probably not
Oh
able to
no.
process anything.
Okay. Let's start with a cup of tea. We're gonna start with a cup of tea.
You make the best tea.
I'll tell you my secrets if you just calm down for a second.
Okay, you're helping Glenn for a second.
Yeah.
Eleanor, how did your night go?
Probably not great. There's a lot of pacing. There's a lot of letter writing.
Lots of letter
A lot
writing.
of journaling. Lots of letter writing. Journaling. I may have went and consulted any books that I had like in my office or in like just to try any of the topics that I was going to have Owen look into to see if first we had anything like in our collection.
Where would you
But
have
yeah,
had
mostly
the
pacing.
Kelpie remains put?
At first I would have I wanted to see if I could have asked the Frosts like if they had do you have any ice in your ship that you brought because they're like, you know, the ice people to be able to try and preserve it for at least a little bit longer. So I would have like tried to requisition that if you know
They could
for
definitely
however
have
much.
created some ice.
I figured they could have.
Yeah, they probably got some barrels, froze some barrels from the dock or
Okay,
some
great.
crates that got filled up with water and they quickly froze them and then they used those. It's a good idea to preserve it.
What is the fastest mode of transportation that I could use to get to Dawnland?
That you could use probably a single horse.
Well, for the Kelpie.
Oh, for the
For the
Kelpie.
Kelpie. Yes.
A carriage with the Kelpie strapped
Okay.
probably to the back or underneath.
Okay. I would have started to send it on its way because I imagine my letters will beat it there.
I would
So,
agree. It depends if you decided to use
So-
like a pigeon or a runner, a male rider or something.
Yeah. I would have sent it like express mail because I want to be able to get my letter there and hopefully an answer back to see if I need to divert the shipment
Okay.
to somewhere else.
Yeah, your letter is going to reach Donlin within an hour or two, and
Okay.
and the Kelpie remains are iced and boxed up and on their way. And I'm sure you have
Okay.
a servant driving that carriage that knows to uh, keep an eye out for any messages from you or from Donlin regarding their
Yeah.
shipment.
Yeah.
Did you sleep?
Okay. Yeah, probably at my desk.
Okay. So
Probably in the same I probably wake up in the same clothes that I fell asleep in.
So you're asleep at your desk. Your like head is down and you hear a soft voice say, "Eleanor. Eleanor."
Uh,
"Eleanor. Wake."
I'll kind of blearily pick my head up.
Roll me a perception check.
It's a 14. I think my modifier is a +5.
Okay. Wow. Um
Is that something
that's
like
great.
that?
We
So
can roll
a
with it today.
19.
You see sitting on your bed with their legs crossed, and not like pretzel style, but just a leg over the leg and just kind of the hands placed on the ends of the knees. Uh, a very fresh looking Davenor who looks like this every time you see him. He looks the same, but he looks perfectly fresh and clean and ready. And but this is the first time you've ever heard anything.
I kind of startle. I think the coming awake, it's like you have all these memories of like that being a normal thing. So it's kind of like leave me alone, like stop waking me up. And then it's like the realization of, oh, that's not right.
Right.
I
You like
startle awake and
remember
just
what
no word.
reality is.
Hmm.
He says, "You're going to get a flat face if you keep sleeping on your desk."
I know for a fact now that that's not true. You can't pull that one on me anymore.
I told father you would engage with me.
Well, I'm still asleep, so this is fine. Just a dream.
At the end of it all, it is just a dream. So I suppose we can both agree to stay in this dream a few moments.
Yes, and as soon as I wake up, everything will be back to normal. Whatever fucked up reality it is now.
What is your normal now, sister?
And I'll just kind of gesture to like the desk that she's just woke up from with the piles of letters and books and ledgers and everything. I, this?
This was always your dream, at least the dream you told yourself. This isn't what you're upset about.
And what is it exactly, brother, that I'm upset about? Fact that I'm alone?
I don't think Father has it completely correct, but I think he does have a good idea of how your mind works. He told me we should not visit you. It would keep you from moving forward. It would keep you focusing on the path behind. I disagree. I think that you always needed a little push to do some external processing. Otherwise, you just live in a room. Letters and books become your only friends, and you become less happy.
I don't think that whether you are here or not, like this, going to keep me from moving on. I'm
I
doing
can
well enough
tell
on
you
my own
have
with that.
I can tell you have plans to move on. You always were willing to do whatever was expected of you. I don't believe you feel like you will find happiness amidst the call of duty.
Doing those things does make me happy, in a way. It might be different from what you constitute as happy. I like being useful to the family. This is my way of doing so.
You like being useful to the family, or you like being useful to people in general?
Both, I suppose.
Eleanor, did you think that I was perfectly happy being the heir? I put on a good show of it.
I thought you were.
And you think I was perfectly happy to marry whomever I needed to for the call of duty?
I figured you could make anyone fall in love with you, Davenor.
I probably could. That is a gift we share, I think. There you go again.
I think my charm's a little different than yours.
You never believed in yourself unless it came to your learning and your schooling. You are extremely capable. More so than I was, incredibly more so. And if you had it in your head to marry the prince or princess themselves, you would do it. You can find love and still show up dutifully for the family. I believe it.
I don't know. I've got so much to do, and I think it's just easier to find someone who's enough. It makes the family happy. It makes us at least not miserable.
Does me speaking with you make you not miserable?
Of course. I I miss talking with you. With anyone like this, to be honest.
Things haven't improved with Dominic, then, I'm assuming.
think it'll be a cold day in hell before that happens.
I think Dominic is just as tortured feeling inside as you, if on completely different oceans that you two are being tempest-tossed. You both keep such thick, impenetrable walls up.
It's just hard not to be resentful of him. I know it's mostly not his fault, but I can't help but feel that he took my dream away and doesn't appreciate it.
Eleanor, I took your dream away. And I'm so sorry. I fought my hardest to stay. It wasn't Dominic. The mines needed you. And I know that's not fair. How much I miss you. Wherever it is that I am now. There's some things I'm not able to express or able to tell you, but it's not fair how much I miss you.
None of this is fair.
There are dark
I know
things.
that.
There are dark things on the horizon. Things that I cannot form into a definite picture or image or verbiage in order to tell you, but you must keep those who are still there, whom you love or at least trust close. But there is a light in that future darkness. There are blooms in your path. I know there are. You will find love, Eleanor.
For you, brother, I will try.
For yourself, you will try. You need to look after yourself now. Mother is well taken care of. The family, of course, everything we do is for the family, but if you're too busy to be happy, then make time to be happy.
Okay.
And someday maybe
I'll
you
do my
can
best.
forgive me.
I hope so.
I don't know how often I can come see you. I don't think it's even right that I've been able to come thus far. But I'm glad I have.
I don't know how I'm going to survive losing you again.
This is just a dream, Eleanor.
Yes, but when I wake up, it's a nightmare.
Perhaps the nightmare has already happened. It's just accepting it and finding the path forward. And you look up, and Davenor is gone.
I think I'd kind of sit back down into my chair. I think like when she first saw him, kind of startled and stood. Kind of just slumps into it and cries.
Um, Nicholas, how would your night have gone?
So after a interesting night of befriending someone he has no interest in dating or marrying, verbal sparring with his mother, uh, Nicholas would have asked for a hot bath the moment he got home. And as he went to step into it, watched it turn to a solid block of ice.
Are you stuck now?
Um,
Let's see if
Silly.
roll me. Well, actually, I mean, I'm just gonna take this roll. Edwin, your
Mhm.
manservant, is there, and his
Mhm.
hand gets stuck in the ice with you,
No.
and his eyes
Ah,
just get
uh,
wide, and he says, "Sir, uh, the ice."
apologies. Yeah, I can fix that. I can fix that. Um, and Nicholas will summon a firebolt in his hand and slowly start like melting the ice.
I'm gonna say for this next little bit, since you've taken us on a fun journey of your like ice powers kind of coming out, your eyes are blue now. Um, I'm gonna say I want you to give me a roll anytime you try to do some magic to see if it comes out ice or not while you are kind of breaking free.
Okay. What kind of roll we looking at?
Give me a d20.
I got a 8.
Okay. It like sparks, and then you just start showering the ice bath with a flurry of snow.
Damn it. Um, don't panic.
Is your lordship
I can fix
okay?
this.
I And he's like trying not to like look directly at you because like he helps you get dressed and stuff, but he's like kind of stuck, just kind of facing you like he had just been like grabbing a wash sponge or something, and he's just kind of like, is
Uh,
is this normal for your lordship? I haven't seen anything like this from you before.
Stay right there. And Nicholas is gonna go grab something heavy
How?
and start kind of like candlestick, a
Are you in? I thought you were in the bath.
no, oh no, he was just about to get in, and as he neared it, he put his hands on the tub. The ice went into the water.
Okay. give me okay, so you go try to get something. So Edwin's kind of stuck.
I can fix this. He's just gonna find statuette, fire poker, anything.
Great. The statuette breaks.
Damn it.
The fire
Um,
poker, I will you know, it chips some on the surface. It's like a deep, beautiful polished brass tub. Um, that's all right. Uh, that's okay. Um, perhaps we can push the tub over near the fire.
yes, I can try. And Nicholas will just like throw his shoulder into it and start pushing as hard as he can.
Okay,
With
Edwin
all
will
of our
help
weak
you because
characters.
his forearm and arm are just stuck, so he'll kind of help you. Roll me an athletics check, and I'll have
Ooh,
him roll too. Well, actually, he'll assist you, so you can roll with advantage.
okay.
It is real heavy
Go,
though, and big.
Nicholas.
A 16,
That's good.
especially with a -1.
All
That's
right.
good.
That's good.
Yeah, it takes you guys like 5 minutes to like scrape that tub over there. It once it gets off the rug, it definitely scrapes up the floor some, and you get it as near the fire as possible, and then uh, he says, perhaps you could add some logs to the fire.
Yes, yes. Um, he'll begin mage handing logs into the fire as quickly as he can.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Nicholas
Pretty negative.
clothed right now?
Yeah.
Probably in his bare minimums.
Okay. Just
He
wondering.
Yeah, if you were about
he's
to
This
get
is
in, I don't think
Tony.
he would have anything on.
yeah.
Uh Also, how knowledgeable do you feel like Nicholas, who's been forced to be trained in magic his whole life, would be about how to best build up the fire?
Let's see. He had tutors who taught him nature, things like that, but I'm not really sure like he knows how to build a fire in
You don't
practicality.
think he went camping?
No.
Come on.
You think Nicole let him go camping?
I think that
Do you think
you
that they
snuck
went
out
camping?
to the backyard. I think you snuck out to the backyard with Davenor and he taught you how to build a fire.
Okay, roll me a
I was
nature
gonna say,
check with disadvantage.
Davenor might be the only one who taught him to do it.
Right. Seeing as you're naked and you just frozen your manservant's hand, then
That's a 15 with disadvantage.
Let's
okay.
go, buddy.
Okay, he kind of is like, yes, perhaps if you put it in a more of a peaked root, yes, like that. Okay, great,
Uh,
and it starts.
Nicholas will start following his directions.
Yeah, it's great. It starts working, and he says, "Don't worry, my lordship. I'm sure I will be freed in no time." Uh,
I'm I'm so sorry, Edwin. Ever since Davenor, my magic's been a little weird.
are you sure you're not sick, your lordship? Your eyes also look paler.
I'm fine. It's was a very long night. You know, once we get you free, you should go to bed.
Your nipples also look a little blue. Are you cold? Just kidding.
Oh, well,
Covered up
uh,
his modesty.
Nicholas realizes, oh, shit, I'm naked.
Clothes.
Clothes, and he'll go put on something.
Um,
A robe.
Uh, great. Your mother was asking for you. Uh,
Hi. Uh, did she say what she needed?
no, your lordship, but she always seems to think whatever it is she needs is important.
That she does. Well, how about I get you out first? We'll get you to bed, and then I will
Get me to
go to
bed.
Mother.
Oh, oh, this is the night before. I forgot it was the night before. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes,
So it's
Scandal.
like midnight.
I forgot. So we'll say you get him unmelted and you tell him you don't need anything else and you send him off. You dismiss him for the night.
Edwin, this should
Yes,
just stay between you and I for now.
of course, your lordship.
Thank you.
Also, my brother
Hmm.
Alan has been asking if you were if you were going to try and teach him that cantrip.
Do I remember which cantrip you wanted to learn?
No, also, this is a new development, but you know how we joked about Edwin being like there's two of him?
Yes.
There's just one of him, but he does have a twin brother. And the twin brother is not
Okay.
a valet, but the twin brother is like the scoundrelly pair of the two. And I'll send you more information about
Ooh.
that later, but just know that
Okay.
Alan is under Lord Nicholas's protection, and if he wasn't, he would probably have been arrested by now.
That's fair.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
I
um,
want to meet him.
of course, Edwin. Um, my magic is more from emotion and more than like words, like Eleanor's.
Yes,
But I
he's
will
been
do my
yelling at
very
me quite a
best.
lot lately, and I think he has plenty of emotion.
Well, that's a wonderful starting place. I will
Is it? I mean,
teach
of
him
course.
everything I know.
Great. Fantastic, your lordship. Thank you. I've given
Sleep well,
you his
Edwin.
message. That's all.
Yes, sleep well. I will see you in the morning.
Don't
Thank
forget
you
about your
again.
mother.
Who could? And Nicholas will run to his mother.
You can't. She's a bombshell.
Nicole.
Okay, you knock on Lady Nicole's chambers, they are separate from Lord Spudnik's.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. She opens the
Mother.
door herself, and she says,
Oh,
"Were you expecting to keep me up all night?" And she steps back for you to come in.
apologies. I just needed to wash the night off of me.
Yes,
Still
well,
not paid.
yeah, you didn't even bathe. She looks at you and she kind of goes, "Dear, did you try to bathe yourself? Was Edwin not available?"
Yes. I told Edwin I am the heir of this house. I could do it on my own.
You know, if
He'll
I didn't
snap
have
his
more...
fingers and cast prestidigitation on himself. See? I can bathe perfectly fine on myself, and he'll clean everything he can.
Roll me a d20, add your arcana, or guess roll me an arcana check, to see if you manage to get the smell as well.
So funny.
Nope. I got a 5.
You lost
Right.
behind your ears.
She she says, "Yes, that's very well, my dear. If I wasn't calling you here for more important matters, I would speak to you about using your valet for the purposes that we have him for, but please come sit on the bed."
Okay. And Nicholas will walk over and sit on the bed.
"And if I didn't have other things to tell you, I would also speak to you about your attitude. Going around speaking about being the heir of the house, You are just barely of age, and we are just barely within the aristocracy. You don't want to go making a name
Yes,
for
and
yourself that you go around flaunting your title.
this is what you raised me for, is it not, Mother?
I raised you
The
to be
elocution
who you are supposed
lessons,
to be.
the air you created.
I raised you, my son, to have
So,
class. Yes, do you have something to say?
no, I'm waiting with bated breath to hear the important news.
Why are your eyes blue?
That's a lovely question, Mother. I wish I knew.
She is going to cast
And
Zone of
while we're
Truth.
Oh shit.
Please roll me
Damn, mama.
a wisdom saving throw.
Man.
Technically don't have to say anything.
dirty 20.
She says, Nicholas, I need to speak with you frankly, and I don't think that you are in the right mindset to allow this conversation to happen, but it has to happen now.
Does it have something to do why my eyes are blue and my magic has turned icy on me?
I was hoping it didn't, but after tonight, I'm afraid that it might. And you deserve to know at least enough to protect yourself.
Okay. Protect myself from what? From who?
From yourself.
Well, I'm currently protecting myself from Dominic finding out that I'm a bastard and keeping my hold on the family heir, or title as the family heir, trying to protect myself so I can get a courtship and a marriage proposal before the whole court finds out I'm a bastard. So please, Mother, I love you. I know I've not been great the last couple of days, but if we could speak frankly, that would be wonderful.
I ch- I need you to know what I did for you.
I have an idea. I'm guessing the reason Dominic does not have magic is Father doesn't have magic. Father doesn't really seem magic capable.
I have not told you very much about my childhood. But I wanted for my family what I never had. There's only one way in this savage country, covered with the veneer of polish, that you can protect the ones you love. And I did what I had to do. And I was young, and perhaps I would not do the same things or take the same risks as I had before, but I need to know if you are going to abandon this family or not.
Mother, that was the furthest thing from my mind. You raised me to be the steadfast heir and future leader of this family, and that um, he taught me the importance of family. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going anywhere. I plan to stay right here. I plan to help us in the bank, in the mines. I plan to secure a marriage, and I plan to help us rise through the ranks.
And do you plan to keep the nature of your existence to between us?
Well, Davenor did know, but
Goddesses.
um, yeah,
Does Eleanor know?
but no, I swore him to secrecy.
Well, we will have to make sure on that, for him and Eleanor are very close as well. The entirety of the future of our house is dependent upon this, upon you living as truthfully as you can for as much of this family's blood as you have.
Yes,
Your
mother,
father does
and
not seem to think that the rules of the gentry apply, or that they hold as much sway as they do, but they do. Trust me. We can be extinguished like a candle in the hurricane that we just safely weathered inside these very nice walls.
yes,
I don't
um,
feel safe here. Nothing is safe when things could get out and ruin everything.
yes, I feel the same. But I should tell you, Eleanor does not concern me, for if she knew, I don't think she would do anything to hurt me. I think Eleanor. I miss Eleanor. I think she and I were too close for that to happen.
As close as you may be. And your mother starts she kind of like wipes her eyes and she starts kind of like making sure she's pristine again. And she's like, leave Eleanor to me. I will have the adult conversation with her that this necessitates.
I will leave Eleanor to you, but as everyone else in the Sterling house falls under my protection, that goes doubly for Eleanor. Understood? She is not to come under harm or threat of harm. Without Davenor here, she needs someone to watch her back, and he gave me that responsibility before he passed.
She she looks hurt and she says, my son, who do you think I am? Eleanor is
Mother,
family.
I understand, but I also know that I'm cut from a very similar cloth to you. I plan on taking steps to quiet anyone who knows this secret and who could speak of it. I don't want Eleanor hurt. I want her safe. I want her protected. I want you safe and protected. But I know the reality of what we're dealing with here.
Well, I will protect you. You don't need to worry about that. I I am I am capable of protecting you, Nicholas. You just keep on worrying about your position, doing what you need to do, worrying about the season. You leave the dirty laundry to me.
Yes, Mother. Just last thing before I say goodnight. Which one was it? Um, Emily's grandfather? Or the father of the peculiar two?
Why are you asking me? Why is it important? If you plan to be a sterling, then why does it matter?
Curiosity?
Yes, well, perhaps that can be a conversation for a different night, my son.
Of course. Um,
Your father must never know.
no. Dominic Dominic cannot know either. He already has dangerous ideas of changing the rules of the Regency and non-magics and so forth and so such. I'm afraid if he knows, he will make a play for power and draw more attention and put us in a dangerous position.
Yes, your brother takes after your father. Or, I suppose, his father. This shall be the only time you see me cry. Nicholas, you...
Of course,
This
uh,
tonight never happened. In the morning, we shall start afresh.
tonight never happened. I came to wish my mother a good night, to tell her I loved her, and that was all.
She reaches out her hand and pats your face, and you can tell that this formality has come back between you two. And she says, "Good night, my dear son. Sleep well."
Good night, Mother. And Nicholas will go back to his room.
Oh shit.
Before we have to get off, it's been so short. Um, Dove, you are helping Glenn, and you help her go to sleep, and
Mm-hmm.
um, you agree,
I
because she's freaking out, you agree to go check on Lady Maeve for her.
yes.
Okay,
Yes, I would like to, however, maybe not completely do that immediately.
okay.
Because in my head, Lady Maeve is gonna be fine. And maybe she needs a minute. Like, maybe she even just needs to be on her own for a minute. But I've been thinking a lot about Eleanor, and I want to maybe just run by and check on her. But I don't know if we have time for that.
Okay,
So,
you go to Eleanor's door, and I'm just gonna give you this scene that you see, okay?
okay.
You go up, and you're about to knock on her door, and you hear a behind you.
But yes, I turn around.
A handsome gentleman that you have not seen in 2 years is standing there.
Holy shit.
Your lordship.
My sister needs her rest. Perhaps you would allow her to sleep for a short time.
Get out of here. Damn it.
I haven't taken orders from a ghost in a long time.
Yes, well, this is not an order. It's more of a favor. You are much more capable of making your own choices than I have over you in any way. For I am not really here. At least I am here for a gust of wind, a moment in time.
Well, there are quite a few of you around for. There are quite a few gusts. I'm sorry. I might be too frank right now. This is a. It's been a while. Yeah,
I shall not
I'll come
keep
back
you.
for Eleanor later.
He turns to leave, like towards a wall, and he says, "Oh, I almost forgot. Lucy, uh, she's hurt that you haven't allowed her to be seen by you. She misses you. It's been quite a while since you were young." And he walks through the wall. And as he says Lucy, without trying, the image of the small ghost girl comes to your mind from when you were a young teenager.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my blinders on anyway. And I think I'm gonna go take care of Lady Maeve, and I'll come back for Eleanor in a little bit.
Okay. That's where we're going to end this little mini blip of
Damn
a
it!
session.
Mini
I'm
blip.
so sorry.
Something tells my
Maybe-
cabin is gonna be a cock block this campaign.
Um,
Okay,
Ugh,
You
I'll get to
guys-
talk to you one day.
if you stay in
one
chat,
day.
please just update me on how fun you guys have on chatting. I have to go so they don't charge us over.
Let's just have our conversation right now without the DM or half the party around. Let's do it.